Hi guys! As always, I've already moisturized my face, let that sit for about half an hour, and I've already went in with my eyelid primer, and today I use the Hard Candy Eyeshadow Primer. I'm going to start off working with my Shany Cosmetics 96 palette today. I'm going to grab the two colors right here, this one and this one. I'm going to start with the lighter shade and then work with the second shade, and these are going to be my blending out colors. So grabbing the first color, I'm going to start on the outer corner of my eye. And I'm going to pull that color into the crease. And once I have that first color laid, I'm going ahead and grabbing my Scotch tape, and I'm going to take a piece of Scotch tape and I'm going to lay it on my hand and pull it off twice, and starting at the bottom lash line, I'm going to line it up on the angle that I want my liner to sit and just press that down. Repeating the same thing for the other eye. And this is just going to give me a nice smooth, crisp line to follow with my winged liner at the end. So once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and grab that second blending shade. Starting again on the outer corner. I'm just going to pull this color into the corner of my eye. And then just buff that out back and forth. Next, I'm going to be grabbing my cream eyeshadow. This is by ColourPlay in the color Flirty Floret. Grabbing a flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going to grab some of this product, and I'm going to place this product on the inner corner and the very outer corner of my lid. Trying to stay very low underneath that crease. You don't want to bring it up too high, because when we go to blend it out, it is going to pull up a bit. Once I have that in place, I'm going to be grabbing my mineral eyeshadow by Marsk, and this is in the color Mudcake. Grabbing that on just one of these disposable things or your finger. You just want to pat that all over the cream foundation that we just placed. You want to pat and you don't want to rub, because rubbing is just going to move the product, the cream shadow product, around too much, and you don't want that to happen because it might pull it up too high on the crease. Then I'm just going to repeat the same steps on the other side. Once that's done, I'm going to go ahead with my next cream shadow color. It's by ColourPlay as well, and this is in the color Good as Merigold. So grabbing a different flat eyeshadow brush, I'm going to pick up some of that product. And I'm going to pat that right in the center between those two dark colors. And again, you're just bringing that up to the crease. Sorry about my other mirror. The camera I'm using doesn't exactly work very good to try and look to do makeup, so I need to use this mirror. After I have that set in place, I'm going to be grabbing my Hard Candy eyeshadow palette, Look Pro Neutral Eyes. And I'm going to be going in with this gold shade right here. Using the opposite end of this disposable eyeshadow applicator, I'm going to be taking that gold color and I'm going to be packing around the color we just placed. Again, starting at the bottom and working your way up, staying nice and low under that crease. Once you have that placed, go back in with the same brush that you had before. If you still got quite a bit of product on it, you can just use that and you just want to blend back and forth and buff out the rough edges. If not, you can pick up a little bit more product. You don't need to though. Not pressing too hard because you don't want that shadow to move that you just placed. And if you notice that you need a little bit more on the pigment colors, you can just go back in with your finger or again the applicator and just press that in again. Once you're done with your shadows and you're done blending out, then go ahead and peel off the tape. Now you can see, you should be able to see that nice crisp line that you left. Now I'm going to go in with a makeup wipe and wipe away any of the excess that has fallen down and clean up that edge. If you don't want such a harsh edge, you can take a Q-tip and then just smudge back and forth on that line. after you've got your shadow done, then you can go in with any of your liners that you'd like and place in your eyeliner. I'm going in with the Graphic Marker Eyeliner, and this is by WetNWild. It literally looks like a permanent marker. So I'm going to be using my mirror for this. Starting on the outer corner and going into the inner corner, you're going to make your wing. Once you're done that, if you touch down anywhere, you can go ahead with a Q-tip and just buff that out. I'm going in now with my Hello Lashes from NYC Cosmetics. And I'm just going to curl my lashes a little bit because I am going to be applying false lashes. So you don't need a double coat of mascara, I'm just going to put a quick coat on. And that's just to darken up my natural lashes and allow them to blend in with the fake lashes. So today's false lashes that I'm going to be using are by Ardell, and they are Baby Wispies. And I'm going to be using the Ardell Clear Lash Adhesive to be applying these. So I'm just going to go ahead and put a quick coat of the lash glue on the false lash. I'm going to let that dry for 30 seconds and then I'm going to go ahead and apply that. Going in from the top down, I'm going to press in the center and then I'm just going to hold on the outer corner and the inner corner. You can do this with a pair of specialty lash applicators, or you can do it with a pair of tweezers, or you can do what I'm doing and use your fingers. I use my fingers because I have very sensitive eyes, and so putting anything that close to my eye makes me a little bit nervous. And there you go. And just repeat the same step. Again, going top down, pressing in the center, and then just applying pressure to both corners. Okay, Now I'm going to be going in with my primer. So today I'm using the NYC Smooth Skin Perfecting Primer in the shade 684. Putting some of this, and I'm just going to concentrate on the areas that I really struggle with, which is my T-zone and on my cheeks. And this is an illuminating primer, so if you'd like a matte finish, they do have a matte one, but I have very dry skin, so I find I need to use an illuminating primer, otherwise I look very washed out. Today's foundation, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me, and this is Hydrate and Smooth in the shade 130 Buff Beige. Using a flat kabuki brush, I'm going to take some of this product and I'm going to put it on the back of my hand. Taking the brush and just dabbing it on there. I'm going to start on the outer corner of my face, by my cheeks, and just work my product in. And I'm going to bring some of this down my neck. This is a medium to full coverage foundation. But for my skin, I noticed that I do have to use quite a bit of product to get the coverage that I'm looking for. So after I've done that, I'm going to also go in with the Fit Me Concealer in the shade 15 Fair. And I'm going to put this in my T-zone, bringing some light to this area under my eyes. On top of my Cupid's bow. And on my chin. Now, I would normally use some sort of beauty blender, but today all I have is a cosmetic sponge. My new one's in the mail. So just going in with a damp sponge, I'm just going to pat this and blend this in with my foundation. Once that's done, I'm going to go ahead and set that with a translucent powder. This one is NYC Smooth Skin Loose Face Powder. I'm just using a flat brush. Most people use these for your concealer or foundation. I like to use it for my under eye area because I can get really close, and I'm just going to pat that and set my concealer. And using a big fluffy powder brush, I'm just going to use whatever's left in the lid and set the rest of my face. I'm going to be using that Hard Candy palette again, because I really like this bottom shade here for my contour. And using this flat brush again, I'm just going to grab some of that color. I'm going to start by my hairline, and I'm just going to put some of this color right along my jawbone. Again, same thing on the other side. Then I'm just going to go like this and buff it up and down to really get that angle set in there. I'm realizing this camera is not the best for filming these videos, so I'm definitely going to have to get another one. The lighting's terrible in this, but you get the idea anyways. And using that big puffy brush again, I'm just going to go and blend that out. And I'm going to dot some of that on my temple. And I have quite a round face, so I'm just going to put some of this right under my jaw and blend that out. This will just make my face look a little bit more slender and give it more angle. And lastly, I have a very small nose and I want to elongate that, so I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose using the same color, and this time using a angled brush. I'm going to start at the bridge of my nose, and I'm just going to lightly pack that on the outer ridge of my nose, just blending that out. Like that. Hopefully you can see this all right. And now I'm going to go ahead and grab my blush. Today I'm using the BellaPierre Cosmetics Mineral Blush in the color Desert Rose. So taking some of that, I'm just going to tap that into the lid. You don't need a lot of product with this blush. I'm just going to pick some of this up and dust this back and forth on my cheekbone. Once you're happy with the pigment payoff, then you can move on to your highlighter. I've got a very dark color on my eyes, so I don't want to put too much pigment on my cheeks. I want everything to kind of blend smoothly. Next I'm going in with my highlighter. This is the WetNWild highlighter in the shade Catwalk Pink. Now there's 4 shades in here. I'm going to be working with the outer 3 lighter colors. This dark golder color over here is just too dark, unless I would use it more as a bronzer. Mix it with my bronzer. So going in with my flat powder brush, I'm going to grab those outer 3 corner colors and just mix them a bit, tapping off the excess, and I'm just going to go and highlight my cheekbone. Let's see if you can see that. Repeating the same thing. I'm going to highlight the same areas that I highlighted with my concealer on top of my Cupid's bow. along the center of my nose and the center of my forehead. And I'm just going to use that lighter color just to highlight my brow bone. I like doing this before I do my eyebrows. Some people like doing it after. So for my brows today, I'm going to be using the Ardell medium brown. It's like a dip brow. My eyebrows are the least liked feature on my face. I can never get them even. I have a scar in one of them. I had an accident when I was younger and I lost my eyebrow for quite a while and they never grew back even. So I'm just going to lightly press some of that in there and then just pull it through with this spoolie. And just doing the same thing on the other side. Now this one is my troubled brow. It grows very wonky and uneven. And lastly but not least, I'm going to go in and do my lips. So today I'm using the lip primer, Perfecting Lip Primer by NYC in the color 001 Universal. I'm just going to put a coat of that on. And sorry, I forgot to grab my lip liner. I'm going to be grabbing the NYC lip liner in the shade 836 Naughty Nude. And I'm just going to go ahead and fill in my natural lip. I'm not going to overdraw. And for my lipstick color today, I'm using Revlon's 025 in the color Peach. And there we have it. Hopefully you can see all the colors. I don't know what it's, the camera's acting really silly, but and to end it, I'm just going to mist my face with the Hard Candy makeup setting spray. This is Fast and Fabulous. And there you go. So if you like this video and you'd like to see more from me, click the subscribe, like. You can also check me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all with the same thing, Canadian Glam Ma'am. Until next time, see you soon, and inspire and be inspired.